Coming up on WTOL 11, a potential strike in the middle of hockey season could hit downtown Toledo hard. Tonight, why fans and business owners are worried. Plus, a local family reunited early for the holidays. The emotional moment a mom sees her son walk in early from military training. And the holiday travel rush is officially underway. With record numbers expected on the roads and at airports through New Year's Day, AAA says planning ahead is key. Well, welcome into WTOL 11 News at 11. I'm Michael Sandlin. Thank you so much for spending some of your evening with us. We'll get to all those top stories and more in just a moment. But first, let's get a check of our forecast. Meteorologist John Birchfield. John, it was a breezy day so far. Is that going to continue into the rest of the weekend?
Well, it's still going to be a little windy tomorrow morning, Michael, and a colder breeze as a cold front works through the area. So that heavy winter coat, hat, gloves, and scarf, all going to be needed for your Sunday. Highs are only going to make it to around 30, but the wind chills are going to be considerably lower than that. Temperature-wise, we're in the mid-30s currently, 36 in Toledo, 37 in BG, but it feels like it's in the mid-20s, and that is thanks to the breeze. There were a couple isolated passing sprinkles and even flurries, but those are now exiting off into eastern Ohio, and satellite is actually showing the sky clearing on out, so it is going to be bright and sunny when you wake up, just colder. There's a cold front draped across Lake Erie, and that's going to bring us a change in the weather for tomorrow. Wind chills could dip down to the lower teens by daybreak tomorrow morning. Into the afternoon, that feels like is only going to make it up into the 20s, but there is going to be a warm up on the horizon, a cooler feel for your Sunday. However, the long range outlook is going to feature a much milder weather pattern, and that's going to take us through Christmas Day and beyond. I'm going to preview temperatures in the 50s for your Christmas. That full holiday forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, John. All new for you tonight. Could the Toledo Walleye go on strike? The union that represents minor league hockey players, including the Fish, is now threatening to do so if they can't get a new contract. And tonight, fans and downtown Toledo businesses alike are expressing their concerns. Dominique O'Neill joins us in studio. Dominique, why are players looking to strike?
Well, Michael, representatives with the Players Union say the ECHL needs to pay them a fair wage and mandatory periods for rest and recovery. And with no contract since June, talk of a strike is becoming a very real possibility. But for fans and business owners here in town, they say a strike in the middle of the walleye season could deal a major blow to the city's downtown economy and community. Every weekend, thousands pack into the Huntington Center to watch the walleye play and bring with them thousands of dollars in revenue for the surrounding businesses. So what happens when the Fish don't want to fight? I caught up with some fans ahead of a recent home game who say the possibility of a strike is concerning, not just for hockey fans, but for the city as a whole.
Yeah, I think that would be huge. The walleye over the past several years have been huge for the city, reaching the conference finals and all that. So to have the walleye is huge for the city. So hopefully we don't go down that route. Hopefully they can negotiate and keep the fans, team, morale all high and everything like that.
Whitney Sylvester, who recently moved to the Toledo area from Alabama, says the team plays an important role in helping to support local businesses.
That'd be a huge economic decline for downtown. Like, they bring a lot of people to our city weekly for a few months, and it makes a lot of money for a lot of businesses.
Season ticket holder Jared Wolf of Toledo says the strike will be personally disappointing and harmful to the community.
It could be detrimental to the city of Toledo, and then for me personally, being a season ticket holder here for 3 years now, just losing out on that experience and not being able to have anything to do on Friday or Saturdays.
Local business owners share those same concerns. Dan Martinez is owner of Downtown Johnny's near the Huntington Center. He says the walleye games are big for nearby restaurants and bars.
This is our busy time for us. This is where we make most of our money, during when they play and stuff like that. So it definitely hurt businesses downtown if they strike. Hopefully they won't.
While no strike has been officially announced, fans and business owners say they hope negotiations can move forward and the season can continue uninterrupted.
We love the walleye, I think they're great for the community and definitely for the expansion downtown.
And I did also reach out to the Walleye organization. They say no comment at this time. Reporting in studio, Dominique O'Neill, WTOL 11.
All right, thank you, Dom. What's the most magical time of year at Glass City Metro Park? This weekend kicks off Holidays at the Ribbon. Families can reserve a 2.5-hour skating session on the ice trail and warm up around the fire in the Cabana Village. There's even day passes available for unlimited ice skating. Now we caught up with one family that had some fun on the ice tonight.
I just like really skating around with like my cousins right now. It's really fun to just skate around.
Fresh air is nice.
Okay.
Beautiful Toledo skyline in the background always makes it a nice night.
I like ice skating with her.
Way
to choose people.
Skaters can lace up now through January 3rd. The ribbon is open daily from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., but closes at 5 p.m. on Christmas Eve and is closed for business on Christmas Day. A local mom of 4 got an early Christmas surprise. Her son, who's been at military camp for the past few months, came home early to give her the surprise of a lifetime. Sophia Periconi has the story.
An emotional moment caught on camera. Showing Austin Hernandez surprising his family at La Fiesta in Toledo after months in Georgia for military training. A Friday night homecoming his mom, Brianna Hernandez, wasn't expecting until Monday.
I had faked my flight itinerary, and I was like, ooh, she might figure this out.
I had already planned to take the afternoon off, go get him.
But with the help of his younger brother, Nolan.
Me and my brother were just talking about him coming home the one day, and I pitched the idea that, hey, you should just surprise her. You should tell her you're coming home one day, but come home the day before, a couple of days before, and he was like, that's not a bad idea.
Austin gave his mom the surprise of a lifetime.
Everything just turned black. I thought I was gonna pass out.
I was just like holding back tears a little bit, but yeah, I feel really good to be able to hold my mom again.
And for Austin's youngest brother, Ezekiel, the Austin Bear he carries everywhere,
Love you, buddy. I'll miss you. I'll be home soon, I promise.
is now replaced with the real thing.
I'm happy that he's home and I get to spend more time with him.
At least until Austin heads back to camp in a couple of weeks.
Really just spending a lot of time with them, spending the most time I can. I like going to the lights before Christmas at the zoo, maybe going to see a walleye game or something. Like some to spend a lot of time with them.
And hearing the laughs and the screams of them playing the game and like just everyone being together just filled my whole entire heart.
Reporting in Toledo, Sophia Periconi, WTOL 11.
It's the kind of story that makes the holidays special, isn't it? Well, soon after Austin returns back to camp in Georgia, he's expected to learn where he'll be deployed for active duty. And his brother Nolan plans to enlist after he graduates from Central Catholic in the spring. The Hernandez brothers follow in their grandmother's footsteps. She served in active duty in Saudi Arabia during Desert Storm. A number of families took part in free lead screenings today to make sure their kids have a safe and healthy holiday. For the second year in a row, the Get the Lead Out of the Holidays event was held at the Nexus Healthcare Center in downtown Toledo and offered free lead screenings for children. Hosted by the Junction Coalition and Neighborhood Health Association, families were also given information and resources to protect their families from lead exposure.
It's a time where families are together, kids are out of school, and sometimes it's really hard to get that doctor's appointment or, this sort of information throughout the school year. Why not pair it during a time where, there might be some families looking to have some gifts for their children?
Over 200 toys were also given out to every kid who got a lead screening. Well, there's no place like home for the holidays. So if you're traveling, brace yourself for a lot of traffic on highways and at airports. AAA is expecting holiday travel numbers to break records this year. Jen Sullivan has more on what you can expect.
The holiday travel rush is underway. If you're hitting the roads or skies, you should expect plenty of traffic and long lines at airports.
Holiday travel is big.
AAA spokesperson Aixa Diaz says they're expecting more than 122 million people to travel starting Saturday, December 20th through New Year's Day. That would be a new record.
What happens at the end of the year is that you've got this 2-week period when people are coming and going during different times.
AAA says close to 110 million people will drive to their destination. So if you want to see more green than red on your GPS maps, here are the worst times to travel the next few days. AAA recommends leaving very early or late at night. The lightest traffic days are expected to be Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, and New Year's Day. Airports are expected to be packed as well. AAA estimates more than 8 million people will fly. The TSA this week warning passengers to expect busy airports.
We do expect a significant increase in holiday travel during this holiday period.
If you are flying, the TSA has some reminders for passengers. Do not bring a snow globe on board. The amount of water inside likely exceeds the 3.4-ounce liquid rule, so it must be checked. They also discourage people from wrapping presents.
Anything that's fully wrapped, our officers who screen the checked baggage may need to unwrap this in the checked baggage screening as well.
Instead, they suggest putting gifts in bags like this so TSA agents can easily screen what's inside. Here's the good news for travelers. Gas prices are cheaper than last year. As of Saturday, the national average for a regular gallon of gas was around $2.87. Jen Sullivan, WTOL 11.
Coming up, hundreds of gifts were given away today to kids in need. See the effort to put on this by Mercy Health and Seaway Marketplace.
Well, Christmas is going to be a warm one. I'm tracking a milder weather pattern. I'll show you when those temperatures surge to the 50s in your 10-day forecast. That's next. Welcome back in. You're going to wake up to bright sunshine, but it is going to be a much colder conclusion to the weekend. Despite the sun, highs are only going to be around 30, and the morning is expected to be breezy and very cold. Right now, temperatures are holding steady in the mid-30s, but it feels colder thanks to the breeze. West winds picking up behind a cold front, and we are currently seeing gusts close to 30 miles an hour in Toledo, 32-mile-per-hour gusts in Hillsdale. So those wind chills going to be dropping close to 10 degrees overnight tonight. There were a couple of isolated passing sprinkles and flurries, although you will notice behind that front we are starting to see some clearing sky conditions. So there is going to be sun out the door tomorrow. Here's that cold front draped across Lake Erie in northwest Ohio. A couple of those light sprinkles moving off into Pennsylvania and eastern Ohio. So the hour-by-hour forecast. Temperature is going to be in the lower 20s at daybreak, but those wind chills near 10 in Toledo, Monroe, Lenawee, Hillsdale counties, that blue number is the feels like that could be in the single digits. Afternoon highs are going to be around 30 degrees, but wind gusts to 25 miles an hour will remain possible, so it is expected to be a cold winter day. Now, looking at the long-range outlook, it is going to be a milder trend for much of the United States, from Toledo all the way down towards Texas. Above average temperatures going to be expected through the week of Christmas. And if you're thinking of early holiday travel, well, Monday should be smooth sailing. However, by the evening, there is going to be the chance for a light sprinkle or flurry. Overall, nothing to write home about, but there could be a brief period of wintry mix. Tuesday, dry conditions and milder. And Christmas Eve, how about 44 degrees? And it's going to get even warmer for your Christmas day. Well above average temperatures expected, and an isolated shower chance possible. Needless to say, those white Christmas chances just about zero as of now. Historically, about 1 in 3 Christmases features that blanket of snow, but this is not going to be the year. 44 Christmas Eve, there will be the chance for a few rain showers Wednesday night and into Christmas Day. Not a washout by any stretch, but it is going to be a very mild Christmas with no snow on the ground. The record warmest Christmas, that was back in 1982 of 63 degrees. We are going to fall just short of that record, but we're still going to be climbing up into the 50s for Christmas Day. A 30% rain chance. Staying warm for your Friday. Post-holiday travel is going to be balmy. However, into next weekend, we're going to gradually drop back to the 30s, and the chance of showers returns for next Monday and Tuesday. Michael?
All right, thank you, John. Well, the Toledo Mindfulness Institute in Sylvania is taking yoga to another level. With the help of Keep Toledo/Lucas County Beautiful, the Institute is hosting a free mindfulness series with different nature themes, each class connected to wellness and the environment. The first of the 6-part series kicked off this morning at their studio, and every third Saturday until May, they'll host the class at various locations such as the National Museum of the Great Lakes and Willys Park. Part of the series includes finding ways to help the environment through group activities.
I was really asking myself how to get the community involved, and 2 of the things that I said was litter pickup and tree planting, and which are 2 of the events in our ecosystems series up until May.
You can register for this series on the Institute's website. The next class will be at the Glass City Enrichment Center on January 17th. When we return, a lot of college hoops were in action today, and an update on Toledo football as they get set for their bowl game. Our Noel Blumel has the full recap from the Stroh Center in Bowling Green. That's coming up next. Plus, after a devastating fire left a Detroit family with nothing, a Detroit mom and her 8 children get a holiday surprise they'll never forget.
Welcome into sports. I'm Noelle Blumel. I'm here at the Stroh Center where Bowling Green women's basketball opened conference play and extended their win streak to 7 over Kent State. But before we get into that recap, let's check in with Toledo football, who touched down in Florida on Friday. The Rockets made the trip to the Sunshine State to face Louisville in the Bush's Boca Raton Bowl of Beans. That game is set for this Tuesday at 2 p.m. And get this, the first 2,000 fans that show up with a can of Bush's baked beans will get a seat in the MV Bean section near one of the end zones. How's that for a way to get fans to an afternoon weekday game? The beans will then be donated to local families in need. Anyway, enough about beans for now. Both teams played their season finale on November 29th, so haven't seen game minutes in almost a month. But the Rockets have already gotten some practice in by the beach, and here's interim head coach Robert Weiner on their preparation to face a good Louisville team.
I could not be more excited and happy, and I have no idea how the result of the game will turn out, but of the cohesiveness of our young men. I think if I were being honest and would go back and do it again, we were chomping at the bit to watch some of what Coach's great team has done and, try to show that to them early. And we started showing that to them early, a little bit, just sprinkling it into practice a little bit here and there. And I think a little bit by this last practice that we had before we left, they felt like, okay, we got, and whether or not they have that when the real bullets start to fly in the game is a different story. But like the idea of just building that practice up of trying to craft it in a way that you hit the opponent stuff and how you need to prepare for that at the right time and have the guys peaking at game time the best you possibly can.
Keeping with the Rockets, but on the hardwood, Toledo men's basketball back at Savage on Saturday for the first time since December 1st and trying to snap a 3-game skid as they welcome in Lords. First half, Grey Wolves coming out strong. Ball gets to Derek Fairley on the outside, and he knocks down 3 to put Lords on the board. He'd end up getting a game-high 34 points on the day. Rockets on offense now. Leroy Blyden Jr. pulls up from mid-range and knocks down 2 for Toledo. Later, Kyler Vanderjagt forces the turnover into Blyden's possession. He then passes to Sonny Wilson, who goes glass from underneath to extend Toledo's lead. Vanderjagt, then showing he can shoot it too, lets it fly from beyond the arc and adds 3 more to Toledo's lead. Finally, Blyden Jr. racking up the points today, shoots this one from the logo, nothing but net for 3, and he'd end up with a team-high 20 points as the Rockets get back in the win column, beating Lords by a final of 100-67. On the other side of I-75, BGSU men opening up MAC play on the road, taking on Ohio. Falcons leading in the first half, Javonte Campbell driving in, pump fakes, then lays it in for 2. BG would lead by 13 at the break. Second half now, Campbell continues driving through defenders, reaching for this layup and extends the lead by 2 more. Finally, Campbell forcing the turnover, passes in transition to Justin Thomas. He'll make the spinning pass to Joy Glover II, who makes the wide-open, double-handed slam. And the Falcons would go on to get the win by a final of 68-58. And capping off our weekend coverage, Bowling Green women taking on Kent State, who sat atop the preseason poll ranks. These young fans eager and excited for this matchup. First half, Kaya Woods connecting early, drops 3 with ease to keep BG in the lead. Shortly after that, some deja vu. Woods staying hot beyond the arc, swishes 3 more for the Falcons. Later, Woods with the ball again, this time driving to the basket, but passes to John A. Donahue, who lets it fly and goes nothing but net for 3. And the Falcons would take a 14-point lead at the break. Second half now, Kent State coming back, making this a 1-possession game, but Donahue not fazed. Once again coming up big for BG, adding 3 more to her game-high 19 points. Finally, this game coming down to the wire, but Paige Kohler makes the bounce pass to Lauren Gherkin, who gets it in from underneath for 2. And BG would hold on to beat Kent State by a final of 73-69.
Welcome to MAC play. Welcome to MAC play. I mean, they're going to be like that most of the time, if not all the time. Great teams across the board in our conference, well coached. They were preseason number 1. We gutted it out, won the first 2 quarters, and then found a way to win in the fourth, but I think they're all going to be like that.
And in more college football news, Ohio State will officially face Miami in the Cotton Bowl on New Year's Eve. This comes after Miami took down Texas A&M by a final of 10-3 on Saturday. And as for Toledo football, be sure to stay tuned on Sunday, where Tyler Segerman and Chase Bachman will be bringing you the latest from Boca Raton. But until then, reporting from the Stroh Center, Noelle Blumel, WTOL 11.
Welcome back in. After a devastating house fire earlier this year, a Detroit family was left with nothing, and Christmas seemed impossible. But the Detroit Fire Department and community partners brought holiday cheer to a mother and her 8 children, delivering a truck full of gifts to their East Side neighborhood. For Rochelle Womack, the surprise meant more than presents. It was a reminder of hope after such a devastating loss.
To lose everything and to slowly but surely gain everything means our entire life.
We know people lose everything in these fires. So if we can do anything to make their lives better, make their lives easier, especially around the holiday season, we're willing to do it.
With gifts, a tree, and smiles all around, the Womack family can enjoy the holidays, a small miracle after a year of challenges. Well, it's safe to say local Toledoan Jada Wilson will never forget graduating from Owens Community College. Not only did she leave with her associate's degree in registered nursing, she left with a fiance as well. After the pinning ceremony at the Center for Fine and Performing Arts, Wilson saw retired U.S. soldier Corey Williams standing in front of the staircase, backed by people holding signs that read, "Jada, will you marry me?" She, of course, said yes. Wilson and Williams plan on getting married in 2027. And finally, Seaway Marketplace teamed up with Mercy Health for its 3rd annual Christmas toy giveaway this afternoon. With the help of community donations, hundreds of toys were collected for the big day. Photojournalist Hunter Huffman shows us how the community tradition brings together holiday cheer.
She won a brand new bike right here at Seaway Grocery Store. Merry Christmas!
3 years now we've been giving toys out to the kids, to the community. It started out with Mercy St. Vincent's. One of their representatives came in and said, how about we do something for the community? And we all got together and decided on, let's do a toy giveaway for Christmas. To help them out since they come in, they shop, and let's show appreciation.
Have a Merry Christmas. Thank you. You're welcome. Merry Christmas to you too.
I love this toy giveaway because you get to see the parents, you get to see the kids smile when they leave, you get to see the kids sit on Santa's lap, and it's real happy for the community.
Look, Lily, look, smile, look. I packed the kids up, got them excited, and brought them out to see Santa. I love the giving back nowadays. Yeah, especially with how hard it is for people nowadays, and especially around this time, it does help with just a little, It actually means a lot because, growing up, a lot of people didn't have much, or where I came from, especially over here in this area, and watching the community come together for our kids coming up now is very exciting or heartwarming.
I know when I was a little kid, I used to enjoy waiting for Christmas to come and to see what gift I got, whatever. And when I see the kids running in the store for this free giveaway of toys for Mercy and Seaway, it's good to see them smile. It's good to see them laugh at the table and sit on Santa's lap. It's something that they appreciate each year.
If you can, or if you're in the position to give back, do it. Do it. Blessings come in big and little forms. You never know, Not having much, I'm very, very thankful for the little things that the community does do for us giving back.
Got a new bike. Merry Christmas!
John, I love seeing the generosity of community members like this.
Yeah.
I wish we could bottle up this Christmas spirit and have it all year round.
Yeah, certainly bringing a smile to every one of those kids' faces. Did that girl get a bike? That's a pretty sweet Christmas
did get
present.
A bike. Yeah, I'd be hyped. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, Christmas just a couple days away.
And it's going to be a green one, right?
Yeah.